everybody. Let us introduce ourselves. So, we are Netravigasi, Obstacle Object Detection App. So, these are our team members. We are consist of three paths. First is mobile development. Me, myself, my name is Muhammad Ezra Fatur Rahman with my friend Nabil Abidi. And there is machine learning path. There consists of three persons. First is Devi Ayu Lestari, Ashraf Safiur Rahman, and Eka Agustina. And from cloud computing, there is Nadia Adinda Majesti. So before we are diving into our projects, we have to know what's the background of our projects. So blind people find it difficult to see objects around them because they have visual limitations. They also feel bad walking to their destination because they have many objects that become obstacles for them. According to representative of Perdani or Association of Indonesian Ophthalmologists, Alden Halim, in Indonesia, there are 8.4 million moderate and severe visual impairments and 8 million people with visual impairments, and 1.6 million suffer from blindness. So this is very big number, right?
So, for this solution to be user-friendly for the visually impaired, it must be reliable, affordable, and of course, easy to use. So, based on that fact, we want to make application that can help visually impairment to detect the object around their environment and help them going through the road more carefully and safe. Therefore, we have this solution in the form of mobile application that can detect obstacle around with the help of the smartphone camera. Objects will be detected and the user will be navigated with the walking direction such as go left, go right, stop, continue walking, and etc. So this is the machine learning technology that we use. We use Jupyter Notebook for the development environment, and then we use TensorFlow and NumPy library for creating our neural network model. We also use OpenCV for testing our model in our local system, and we use NVIDIA CUDA to create the training even more faster. So for the model, we use transfer learning technique to build the model. So this is the architecture of MobileNet version 2, and then we applied our neural network at the bottom of this MobileNet architecture. After that, we train the model using the data that we have gathered and deploy it using TensorFlow Lite into our application.
For the label map, here besides using Coco dataset that already associated with the pre-trained model, we also use additional data, which is zebra cross, bench, fire hydrant, traffic light, potholes, and bollard. We then do the labeling using a package from Zotalin. We draw the bounding boxes around the desired part of the image manually, and we specify the label name for that bounding boxes. After that, we do the labeling map using these codes, which is to specify the ID number and label name of each data. Next, the data image. Here are some examples of image data that we are using to train our model. This image data we collect in total of 210 images from an open source image called Unsplash and Kaggle.
This is a documentation of the image that has been described previously. We put the label data image into GitHub. For the data we have, we revert to Kaggle for images that can be used as data. Then, we use Unsplash to collage the images. Unsplash is a website dedicated to sharing stock photography, which has 2 million images and is changing every day. And last, we revert to the Coco dataset to collage the images. We do training of the model with 10,000 steps, where it takes 0.509 seconds per step to complete the training model. From the image below, it can be seen that classification loss is 0.07, localization loss is 0.02, regularization loss is 0.13, total loss is 0.23, and learning rate is 0.07. The following is the result of the evaluation model that has been running. As seen from the picture, we get an average precision of 0.514, which is a result that is still not good enough. And the average recall is worth 0.497. It means the model doesn't have a good enough memory. This is the result that I got after several times of training and evaluating our model.
The next is from mobile development path. So we are using Android Studio with the language is Kotlin and TensorFlow Lite.
For the documentation, we use GitHub for gathering our codes and Figma for the UX design part. The link can be found in the screen. Okay, this is the screenshot of our apps. After you open the apps for the first time, you will be directed to the login page. If you already have the account, you can input it. But if you don't have the account, you can register it first. And in the registration page, you will need name, email, and your password.
Okay, so this is our main page or the other page of our app. So the left and the center screenshot is actually our first or initial UI. So we have actually created from mobile development team. It's like a navigation drawer with some features in it. And on the top, there is a profile with include like name and email of the user. But unfortunately, there are problems in our cloud. It can't save the login details like name and email. So from us, from mobile development, we cannot fetch it and put it right there in the top of our navigation drawer. So we have to redesign it. And then, so the left and the center page, we didn't use it anymore. So we use instead our current main page, which is the camera, our TensorFlow Lite camera. But unfortunately, the problem is the TF Lite, we cannot read it. Actually, in other TF Lite files, like from outer examples. So this is, we got it, the reference from TensorFlow Lite. And we use some of the models from there, but when we are using our models, it can be read, maybe the metadata or something. But the camera it actually works fine, and the model from our ML team work fine, but maybe there are only the converting things that made it unreadable. So there is error right there. See it, so we can detect object there. But actually, the camera works fine and the model works fine. Just how to convert it, it's still a problem. So this on the right side, it's our current main page, and the left and the center screenshot is not our main page anymore.
The application is using Firebase for authentication purpose, which is using email password as a sign-in provider. And only email password, we also can add another providers such as Google, Facebook, Twitter, GitHub, etc. And for the database, Netrafigasi uses Cloud Firestore to save the data which are gotten from the application, like we can see from these screenshots.
So this is our demonstration video application. At the left video, this is showing for the demonstration of login and registering, and also the object detection using our model. But the model is failed to load, so we testing another model, which is Salad model, that we can see the demonstration on the right video. That is all from us, and thank you.